Hello guys, my name is Terra Watcher. In this video, I'm going to explain to you how you can more than double your Luna staking yield. You can do so with Prism Protocol. Prism Protocol is currently running a farm event. Uh, so what you do is you deposit your Luna on Prism, and then you put it into the farm event, and then the yield you'll be earning on that Luna will be more than twice the yield that you would get if you just took that Luna and you staked it in the regular way, like on Terra Station. So that's a pretty sweet opportunity, and I want to explain to you how it works. So first of all, as you know, farms in DeFi can be often very dubious. Often a farm will launch and it will have a very high yield to start, and then the yield will go down, and sometimes the token that you're earning is going to end up completely worthless, right? You want to avoid that. So uh, maybe you're smart and you want it to stay on the sidelines at the beginning just to see how this Prism Farm would play out, okay? Prism Farm has been launched about a month and a half ago, and it's going to last for a full year. So at this point, we have a fair amount of data, historical data about Prism Farm, and it's going to last for many more months. So this is a great time to look back at that data, see how Prism Farm has performed, and if you're on the sidelines, it might be a good time to jump in because, like I said, the farm is going to last for much longer. So maybe you have some hesitations. Maybe you only put in 1 Luna or 5 Luna just to see how it would go. Maybe you've got a whole lot more waiting on the sidelines, and it is really attractive yield, of course, more than double the regular staking yield. But maybe you've got these hesitations. Maybe you think, if I refract my Luna, if I put it on Prism, the farm APR is going to plunge, and it could even go lower than regular staking, the regular staking yield. That's probably not going to happen. I'll explain why. Another concern you may have is maybe you looked into this and you know that the rewards in Prism Farm take 30 days to vest, and you're afraid that the value of those rewards is going to be completely destroyed by the time you can claim them. That's not going to happen. You don't have to worry about that. You may also be just generally concerned about the security of Prism Protocol. This is DeFi, there are hacks, there are exploits. That is a valid concern. These are definitely all valid concerns, but I'm going to explain why, or I'm going to show you how a month and a half of history of Prism Farm shows that these concerns aren't really an issue. All right, and then at the end of the video, I'm going to give you a little tutorial about how you can deposit some Luna in Prism Protocol and stake it in the farm, and then start earning that amazing yield, which is legitimately twice as much as the regular Luna staking yield. All right, so let's go into this. So here is the regular Luna staking yield, right? I took this screenshot this morning. If you stake your Luna, you get 6.5%. Pretty sweet. But in Prism, you can more than double that. So here is a chart that shows you how the yield in Prism Farm has changed. And obviously with these farms, the more people go in, the lower the yield, right? The people are diluting the yield. So it started very high, and then it did plunge. That's true. It was really amazing at the beginning, but it plunged. However, you can see here, it's been a month and a half, and for the last couple of weeks, the rate of decrease of the yield in Prism Farm has really leveled off, right? It was 23% a few weeks ago. Now it's down to 19.5%. That's not too bad. It is drifting down, that's true. But if you put Luna in Prism expecting this amazing yield, the yield is not going to evaporate overnight, right? It's been pretty steady, pretty consistent, kind of trending down. But and keep in mind, this is still more than 100% what you would be getting with regular Luna staking. Like, even if it were only 25% more, that would still be a huge opportunity, and I would still be very excited about it. So the yield may continue to go down, but it's not going to disappear overnight. Okay? Now, one thing I want to point out, I just want to be frank with you. This yield right here, the yield you get in Prism Farm is not directly comparable to the yield you get when you're doing regular Luna staking, because with regular Luna staking, the yield is a percentage of Luna, whereas in Prism, the yield is a percentage of Y Luna, and Y Luna is worth a little bit less than Luna. So really all you have to do to make these figures exactly comparable is subtract about 20% from this yield. Subtract 20% from the yield you're making in Prism Farm. And if you do that, like today, you're still making, you know, if you add the value of your Y Luna and your P Luna, and you consider that to be the thing you're earning yield on, that makes it a direct comparison with regular Luna staking yield. In that case, you're still easily making more than 100% of regular Luna staking yield. It's an amazing opportunity. All right, 15.5% compared to 6.5%. It's pretty good. I've got a lot of Luna in there. I love earning this yield. So so there you go. The yield is not going to disappear overnight. Now, what if the value of Prism token disappears overnight? Like, what if the price of Prism token crashes before you can claim your rewards, and you know, maybe you want to sell them? That's fine. What's going to happen if the value crashes before you can claim them? Well, that's probably not going to happen for a number of reasons. The price of Prism is holding up very well. Prism was engineered to hold up very well, especially against Luna, and as you can see, not too bad. It started down here at 30 cents, went up a little bit, down slightly, but you know, it mainly went down over the last couple of weeks only because Luna went down. And now Luna's going back up, so Prism is going back up. It is deterministically correlated to the price of Luna. I've done some research on this. Maybe you've seen my threads. So the reason that the price of Prism is not going to fall significantly, even though there's high inflation from all these farm rewards, is that most people do not sell their Prism token. Okay, and you can see this on the blockchain. I made this little chart. So these are addresses that claim Prism token rewards every day. Okay, and the blue line shows you the addresses that are not selling any of their rewards on the date of claim. That's most of the addresses. This green line shows you the mercenary capital. There are people who sell 100% of their Prism Farm rewards on the date of claim. Yeah, but most people don't, right? Most people are staking and pledging to earn amps. So that is really reducing the sell pressure, which is very good. And that's why the price of Prism has not plunged, even though emissions are quite high at the moment. And there are actually a lot of catalysts that are going to make the price of Prism go up, probably, over the next few weeks and months. That's what I'm looking forward to. So I'm not worried that the yield is going to disappear. I'm not worried that the price of Prism token is going to be decimated before I can claim my rewards. I don't want to sell my rewards anyway. I'm, you know, if you go right here, I'm one of these no sell people, right? I'm a user who claims my rewards, I stake them, and then I pledge them. I'm not selling, and most people are not selling. Most people want to accumulate Prism because due to the way it was engineered, it is a very attractive thing to hold. All right, so what about security? Okay, that's a legitimate concern. Let's talk about security a little bit. Prism is a new protocol. A lot of the people involved are, you know, semi-anonymous. So let's consider the security. Is there going to be an exploit or anything? No, probably not, because you can just see the cumulative Luna. It just keeps going up and up and up. There's about 6 million Luna on Prism Protocol. That's a lot. That represents a lot of trust and confidence. Moving on, these are the addresses participating in Prism Farm. All right, so as you can see, this guy here, I've been watching him for a while. He has got a heck of a lot of Y Luna in Prism Farm. If you have Luna in Prism Farm, your address is going to flash on the screen. Okay, so these are all the addresses involved in Prism Farm. You can see the Luna that they have in Prism Farm. You can see I've got them numbered. A lot of people are using this, right? A lot of people trust this. The community, Prism is pretty well known in the community. Lots of people in the Lunatics community trust them. Lots of people are involved. Look at these addresses, thousands of addresses. Your address is probably there on the screen. It just keeps going and going, doesn't it? So I'm going to stop here. But as you can see, more than there's like 5,326 addresses that have more than 6 Luna. That's a lot of addresses. A lot of people trust Prism Protocol. And here you can see, my voice. Okay, sorry about that. Here you can see Prism Protocol has a bug bounty on Immunify. They've got $1 million bug bounty. Mars has $1 million bug bounty. Nebula, $1 million bounty. So Prism is pretty well protected, just like these other big Terra ecosystem projects. So that's why I'm not worried about security. Like, I trust them. It's pretty secure. So here are some upcoming price catalysts for Prism token. And of course, if the price of Prism token goes up, the yield is going to go up. There's a lot of things I'm looking forward to with Prism Protocol. There's some of these things might be launched in the next few days or the next few weeks or the next few months. It's hard to say, but they've definitely been dropping a lot of hints about these things. So Prism is going to be collaborating with Edge to make a protocol-owned money market. I'm looking forward to that. That means that you're going to be able to lend, borrow, and collateralize many of the assets on Prism. That's pretty exciting. Limit orders are coming up. PAMPs, which is going to be a way for P-Luna to vote in Terra governance. They're going to release NFTs for the protocol that may have some utility. I'm looking forward to receiving mine. I haven't heard a lot about this lately. Maybe it's off, but maybe it's still going to happen. They're thinking about using P-Luna as a currency to trade NFTs on one planet, and maybe there'll be a surprise new asset listing. The Prism team is definitely looking into refracting Anchor token, Ank, and Mirror, and maybe Astro. So that could be coming up. There are a lot of potential price catalysts for Prism, and if the price of Prism goes up, like I said, the yield is going to go up. This protocol definitely has a bright future, and right now the farm is just amazing. You can make more than 100%. 100% more than you would be with regular Luna staking. There is one short-term issue. I'll tell you about it. I'm just being frank with you. The Prism team is considering reducing the farm yield for those who do not have amps. And the solution to this problem, if it's a problem for you, is all you have to do is buy some Prism, stake it, and pledge it, and start earning amps. Or, even easier, you just take the Prism that you're earning in the farm, and then you stake it and pledge it and start earning amps. So, and if you're watching this video, maybe you already have lots of amps. That's great. This is good news for you. Your yield will go up even higher in the Prism farm. So that's something to consider. All right, now I want to do a little tutorial. Okay, so if you're curious about how to deposit Luna into Prism Protocol and then put it in the farm and start earning that sweet, sweet yield, I'll show you how. So here's Prism Protocol. You just want to go to Refract. That's how you deposit into Prism Protocol. Now, I will point out, this is on the test net, okay? The numbers that you see on the screen are not going to be real. This is just the test net. So I'm going to take about 25 Luna, and then I'm going to split it. So when you deposit on Prism Protocol, what the protocol does is it takes your Luna and it splits it into P Luna, which is the principal token, and Y Luna, which is the yield token. So let's do that. It gives you this nice little animation. Add to wallet. Okay, fantastic. Now I'm going to stake it. So I recommend you do nothing with your P Luna. Just leave it sitting there. If you don't quite understand the difference between Y Luna and P Luna, just don't touch your P Luna. Just leave it sitting there. You don't have to worry about that. But you take your Y Luna, and again, these numbers are not real. This is the test net. So you don't want to put it in Y Luna staking, okay? The APR there is kind of low. You want to put it in Prism Farm. So you'll stake it, do the max, confirm. It's pending. Okay, there. So now I'll just refresh this page. And there you go. I am now earning, what is this? 433,059%. No, not really, because of course this is the test net. I've got my Luna staked. That's how you stake your Luna. So this is the test net. It's not real, but if you do stake your Y Luna, here's the APR you'll be getting. So around 19% APR, a 19% yield, which is really sweet. Of course, if you consider the value of your P Luna as well, the APR is actually a little bit lower. Today, it's around 15.5%. It's only going down gradually, so it's not going to plunge dramatically, and that is way, way higher than the regular Luna staking yield. So in this video, I've hopefully maybe I've allayed some of your fears or some of your apprehensions, some of the reasons that you may be hesitant about Prism Protocol. I've told you that the farm yield is not going to plunge like crazy. It may drop a little bit, but still, even 25% more than your regular staking yield is amazing. That's free money on the table. Why wouldn't you claim it? The rewards do take 30 days to vest. However, the price of Prism is not going anywhere. It's not going to plunge. Prism is not going to be destroyed. This is not one of those worthless governance tokens that goes to zero. They put a lot of thought into this token and into the whole protocol. So I'm confident that the price of Prism is actually going to go up in spite of the inflationary headwinds that it's facing at the moment. And if you're concerned about security, well, you can look here on DeFi Llama. This is the Terra blockchain, 30 billion TVL. You can see all the protocols, and Prism is the 6th biggest protocol in the Terra ecosystem. That's pretty great. They've got almost 600 million TVL. They've got the bug bounty right here. There's lots of users using this protocol. There's lots of Luna deposited, so I'm not worried about security. So sure, yeah, this isn't financial advice, whatever, do your own research, look into this data yourself, but me personally, I feel very confident about Prism Farm. I've got a lot of Luna in there, and well, I don't mind sharing some of the yield with you, right? Because if you enter, my share is going to be diluted. That's fine. I'll share. The more the merrier. Come on in. The water is warm. The water's fine. Whatever. Okay, so this is the end of my video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please comment, like, subscribe, all those things. I'm just getting started on YouTube, as you can see. Follow me on Twitter, whatever. Okay, goodbye.